continue building our autonomous rover, and what we have to this moment, it's our power module, which we prepared in the previous video, and also this frame is ready. In today's video I'm gonna add here to each motor an appropriate wires which will be used to connect this TT yellow motors with BTS7960 drivers then. So let's continue. Yeah. Ready, steady. Soldering TT motor here. Tightening motors screws to the frame. Right side is ready. So this is gonna be right front and back motors. Okay, now we have prepared all 4 motors. Now these motors have an appropriate wires which we will use to connect to the drivers BTS7960. Here we have our BTS7960 drivers, and from one of them I already removed this cooling element. It has this cooling element because the maximum current which can supply this BTS7960 driver is 43 ampere. It means that you can use this driver with a huge motors which need a much higher current than our yellow TT motors, which usually consume much smaller amount of current, like 0.5 ampere, 500 milliampere maximum for each motor. So we can eliminate this cooling element, I think, for our needs. And I already did it from one of the driver. More of that, in our frame we even don't have enough space to put these drivers with the cooling element, so we need to remove them anyway. Like this. Before we will put our BTS7960 drivers to the rover frame, we have to prepare them. And according to the schema, to the wiring diagram, in each BTS7960 we have to connect REN and LEN. EN means enabled, so this contacts must be bridged and connected to VCC, to 5 volts. So before putting it in the frame, I'm gonna prepare them accordingly to the schema. So I made this bridge from VCC to REN, and LEN also bridged. So there will be always plus 5 volts. So bridges on both of our BTS7960 drivers are ready, and now it's time to double check all the connections with the multimeter. As you can see here, we have our multimeter in testing mode enabled, and in here our BTS7960, and I will check the connections. So REN and LEN and our VCC has a bridge according to the schema. I also suggest to isolate this part with this bridge, to make it more reliable. As you can see here, we have isolated our bridges on both drivers BTS7960, and it's necessary to control drivers from the flight controller. Yeah, looks like here. This time I decided to use double-sided tape to fix our BTS79 drivers on the frame. Something like this. It's gonna be something like this. Must be something like this. So it's fixed carefully here. So, as you can see in here, I fixed our power module, which is on the first layer. I fixed it here, and yeah. Okay, now I'm connecting BTS7960 drivers to the right side of motors. Red wire on both motors must be in parallel connected to the contact M plus, and black one from both motors on the right side must be connected to the M minus contact here. So I connected motors. Now it's time to connect also this B minus and B plus from the power module. So right driver for right side of motors is connected. From the power module I connected to B plus the red wire, and to B minus the black wire. B means battery, M means motor here. So this part for right side motor is completed. Now I will connect the left side motor. Okay, for the left driver I also connected left side motors to red wire to M plus, black one wire to M minus, and from the battery module B plus and B minus accordingly red and black wires. So now it's ready to be installed in our frame. Another part which we will consider later, it's the control wires, VCC 5 volts plus and ground here, and control wires from the flight controller S1, S2, S3 and S4 parts on flight controller will be connected to RPVM and LPVM are accordingly on each driver. So drivers, motors are connected, and now it's time to prepare control wires which will connect our flight controller with the drivers. To make it possible, I prepared SpeedyB F405 flight controller, an appropriate cable, a few cables to power with plus 5 volts each driver from the flight controller, and a few cables for PWM signal from flight controller. This cable will be connected to S1 and S2, S3 and S4 accordingly. S1, S2 for left driver, for left side of motors, and the S2 and S3 parts to right driver for right side of motors. Don't forget to read the full instruction on how to build such vehicle in the book AI-driven Autonomous FPV Drone Development. Here is the full guide on how to build such vehicle.